Thank you for clicking on this video. My prayer is that you will find the answers that you're looking for. There is a word found throughout the New Testament, and that's the word disciple. In modern times, the term disciple has fallen to disuse, but it's still relevant today. The word disciple means a follower of someone or something, a learner. A modern version would be an apprentice, someone who follows another person for the purpose of learning and becoming like the master, before launching out on their own, eventually taking on an apprentice of their own. Today, many Christians and churches are focused on finding and making converts or leading people to accept God's offer of salvation. However, the Bible commands believers to make disciples of Jesus, not converts to Christianity. The fallout of this shift in focus is a generation that doesn't know Jesus or what it means to follow him. The goal of a disciple is first to be with Jesus, spending time getting to know him. Then to become like Jesus, taking on his character. Finally, to do what Jesus did and carry on the work he started. As someone who is seeking or searching, I would encourage you to find a ministry that offers a discipleship program or an individual that is willing to take you under their wing and pour into your life. You see, the goal of every living thing is to mature. The same is true of spiritual life, to mature. Let me share with you an example from the Bible. In the Greek language, there are 4 different words translated as son, each ascribed to a different stage of maturity. The first is breathos, used to speak of an infant or a baby in the womb or mother's arms. And this was used of Jesus in the manger. It said Mary brought forth a breathos and laid him in a manger. The second is nepios, used to describe a young child. This is the toddler stage. The child is just discovering life and is trying to learn the rules and to live by them. The third is teknon, and that means technician. The son is training as an apprentice, mentoring with their father or with a trusted teacher. The idea is the child is being trained to know his father's business. Mary and Joseph took Jesus to Jerusalem for his bar mitzvah. And then as they returned home, they realized that Jesus wasn't with them. Now, a son would become a teknon after their bar mitzvah. When they found Jesus in the temple, Mary said, "Teknon, where have you been? We've been searching for you." And Jesus said that he was about his father's business and in his father's house. See, he had just become a teknon son, and he immediately went about learning his father's business and following his father, which of course wasn't Joseph. And then the goal of that discipleship stage or that teknon stage is to reach a huios stage. See, at the huios stage, the son is fully mature and ready to become an heir. At Jesus' baptism, God said, "This is my beloved huios, listen to him." A father would take his son to the gate of the city and introduce him as his huios son. And he was saying that my son is now able to conduct business on my behalf or on behalf of the family. And often the father would retire or step back and allow his huios son to run the business. As a disciple, we are growing toward full maturity so that we can be trusted to handle God's business and see to his matters. A disciple seeks to walk in the fullness of their calling, fullness of their potential, and the fullness of their anointing. They're always learning, always gaining new revelation. They are led by the Spirit of God and are always doing the Father's business. Seek to be a disciple of Jesus. Follow me for more practical answers to questions of faith. If you have a question that you'd like me to answer in a future video, drop in the comment box. Blessings.